Guys, today we've got Nike and Lego doing Air Maxes now. You're never gonna have to take your shoes off at the airport again. And is Jordan Brand's new collaborator jumping over Travis Scott? Welcome to the midweek re-up. We have so many upcoming releases that are dropping right around the corner that I need to tell you guys, so we're gonna skip the recap and we're just gonna get into it. First one up and most pressing, because this is literally gonna be dropping tomorrow, and that is the Levi's Nike collaboration. This is turning out to be way more limited than a lot of people anticipated, but we're getting 3 colorways, and one of them is significantly harder to get than the rest. And I'm talking about the Obsidian or the blue pair. This is actually going to be a Levi's app exclusive. That's why it's not loaded up to the Nike sneakers app. Now, not only that, but it's also just going to be like super limited as well. Now, this is going to be dropping July the 10th as an app exclusive over on the Levi's app. So if you want this pair or even just want to put your name in the hat for it, download the app. Now, of course, we do have the other two, the black and the white. I think it goes from blue being the most hyped, then black, then white, and those are going to be dropping Friday, July the 11th through the Nike sneakers app. So you can see them loaded up over here, the black and the white pair. This is on the UK version. Let me check the US, same exact thing. So fingers crossed, whoever wants them, you managed to get them, because they're going to be a tough one to grab. Next, another pair that's just loaded up to the Nike sneakers app for July the 18th is the Nike Kobe 6 Total Orange, another one that's going to be in high demand. As you can see over here, it is loaded up for the 18th. There's going to be this one and then also a kids pair. Again, this colorway is inspired by a PE, so a lot of hype behind it in that direction, but also just a really clean, cool colorway of a Kobe 6. We're also getting a pair of slides with it. I don't know if you wanted a consolation prize if you couldn't get the sneakers, there's a pair of slides. Moving to July the 19th, we're going to be getting the Jordan 8 Aqua. We've spoke about this a bunch of times. Just wanted to throw in a little reminder because raffles are starting to pop up. So yeah, 10 days out from this drop. A lot of people hyped about this one, so just don't forget it. Now, another drop that's happening tomorrow, which is one of my personal favorites, we're getting 2 colorways of the New Balance 2000. 2 very, very solid colorways. Here's a little unboxing of them so you can kind of see what the colors look like that in real life, I guess. The black one's great. The silver or whitish one, this gray colorway, my personal favorite. They're calling it Castle Rock. Both are going to be dropping through a bunch of different retailers and of course the New Balance website tomorrow. I think these might sell out, just considering the first one flew and that was a blue colorway. So these a lot more wearable. I imagine they fly as well. July 22nd, we're getting a little bit of a Nike SB Safari pack, I guess. So this is a collaboration with Arts and Rec Skate Shop. We've got a pair of SB Dunks, which I actually think look pretty damn cool. It does have that safari vibe. It's a little bit more of an out there colorway and design, but not bad. And then alongside that pair, we're also going to be getting an SB Air Trainer 1. Same thing, collaboration, same colorway, just a different sneaker model. This has also got all of those cool elements on the insoles, the packaging. It's cool. A bunch of extra laces as well. Don't forget, these are going to be dropping $135 with the Dunks on July 22nd. Next up, we got 2 release dates for this. So this is the ASICS and Invincible collaboration on the Gel Nimbus 10.1. They're calling this one the HTTP 404, like the error page that you get on a computer. Previously, we only saw the blue one, but we're also getting a green one. The same exact, like, super distressed vibe. I mean, it's very similar to what New Balance did, like with all of the overlay patches and stuff like that, the paneling kind of spilling out onto the midsoles. So it's kind of like a 1906 from New Balance, but just the ASICS version. So how this is going down is there's one raffle through Invincible, which is happening on the 10th of July, which is literally tomorrow. So you can go and enter that one up, but literally you only have like a few hours to do so. There is going to be a global release on the 19th of July if you're after this pair. July 12th, this one is low-key but very, very strong. I would not sleep on this one. The Who Decides War Jordan Flight Court. This is the coconut milk colorway. This is the official images. Now, I had the first pair, or I still have the first pair. It's the black one. Very, very nice, but I gotta be honest, if I had to choose between both of them, I would have gone for this one. I just love the sail color mixed with all of the red accents and then the black like embroidery on it. It is super high quality, like way better than the standard Jordan Flight Court. And this one looks to be even more elevated from the black pair. Like, you've got a leather sock liner, it looks like. The world is your court embroidered onto the back of the tongue. The special packaging again. This is very, very nice. Yeah, again, it's a sleeper pair because not too many people know about the Jordan Flight Court silhouette or know about this collaboration. A little bit of an update on this one, which strangely got pushed, like, I guess last minute, but the Jordan 1 High Self-Expression. This is that pair that kind of rubs away to reveal different colors underneath. These are now going to be dropping July 31st. I think previously it was July the 12th or something, like right around the corner, but end of the month, these things are going to be dropping. Jordan Brand is making dad shoes now, apparently. This is the Trunner, but they're calling it the O/S. I don't know what that is kind of stands for, but it's based off of the Jordan Trunner, which is a very different, I guess, looking pair of shoes to this, but it does have a lot of that same design DNA. This one apparently is inspired by chunky running shoes. I guess so. It has those elements with like the suede and the mesh on the top. The midsole is also super chunky. It's an interesting move from Jordan Brand. It's kind of moving into that kind of dad shoe space, which is being dominated currently by like New Balance, Asics, and a bunch of others. I mean, even Nike has plenty of dad shoe looking shoes, so I don't know why Jordan Brand necessarily needs to. But here you go. These are the first looks of this pair of shoes, and I've got to be honest, they are not bad. Like, they do not look bad at all. I think in the right colorway, I'm not particularly a fan of this one, but in the right colorway, these could be really, really cool. It's just like, fingers crossed, they're actually comfortable. They have a nice soft midsole. Now, the best part about all of this is apparently they're going to retail for $110. I mean, this does not look like a $110 pair of shoes. This looks like $150 to $180. Like, you've got suede, you've got mesh, you've got like this plastic or rubber panel on the side. Like, it looks like there's a lot that went into this that typically we would see from Jordan Brand a much higher retail price. So at the moment, I'll kind of believe it when I see it, but apparently fall 2025, we're going to be getting these things. I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you think Jordan Brand should just stick to basketball, or should they try this out? Another fall 2025 drop, we just got official images of the Air Jordan 5 wings, which every time I see these things, there's just something about it that I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Not the biggest fan of the material choice. This is going to come in that kind of satiny material mixed with the all over chrome. Is going to be a little bit of a challenge styling. It's not going to be your easiest throw on and go type pair, but I do like the embroidery. I like the text on the toe box. I think that looks really nice. Does look like they're doing a velvet or a velour sock liner and tongue, so these could be a nice little cozy vibe to slip in there. Overall, not mad at these. I know it's going to be a tough one for people to pull off, and it's probably not going to fly off of shelves unless they do make it extremely limited, but yeah, they're dropping this fall. Let me know what you think. Right, this one is freaking hilarious. What are we doing here in 2025? I mean, it's kind of cool, but we just got first looks at the Nardwuar SB Dunk Low. This is kind of a crazy release. Like, this is something I would have never put on my, what would it be called? Not a bucket list. Bingo card, I think would be the phrase, but I would not have put this on the bingo card for 2025. So it comes in that signature Nardwuar plaid or tartan, I don't know what you call this pattern on the top, like completely covered in it. You get a plethora of different laces, red, blue, green, yellow. You even get the little fluffy bobble thing that's on his hat. And then of course they had to top this whole thing off with a little his catchphrase on the bottom. Do 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 do. Why did I do that? And then you also get his face on the insole. So every time you stick your feet in here, you just have his grinning face that you gotta step on. These are gonna be dropping this holiday season 2025 for $140, and honestly, I'm not mad at it. I would not wear these things, but I do think it's cool and it's funny and it's interesting, so why not? Let me know in the comments, would you wear the Nardwuar dunks? We just got a detailed look at one of the most anticipated sneakers this year, and that is the Chicago Jordan 1 Low, which is back with the big swoosh. That's like one of the most like anticipated details on this shoe, was that it would have the big swoosh, which a lot of people are happy about, and this is them. Not only do they have the big swoosh, but the materials actually look really nice. Like, this red leather looks decent. These are some great shots. It's looking just like a really good retro of the Chicago Jordan 1 Low. I don't know if we necessarily needed it this year, but I don't think anybody's complaining. I'm just saying, we've had so many different Chicago Jordans recently, like the last ones were the Unions. I know that they were a little bit different, but still, you know, that same similar color scheme. So here you can see them. Wow, that's a bit of an aggressive step there. We've got a bunch of creasing on there. I don't know what that tells you about how this material is going to age. These are going to be dropping November 15th as of right now, so a nice holiday release, or around that time, I guess, to some extent. The Metal Bull and Puma have got a very crazy pair of shoes upcoming. This is called the La France Runner. I mean, it's got a lot going on. Yeah, so it's kind of like, how many details could you put on a pair of shoes before it just looks crazy. I guess it's not the worst looking. It kind of gives me like Montclair vibes. You've got like the thick, super chunky laces. You've got like a bunch of circular holes to reveal like a tie-dye pattern underneath. You've got some writing on the side saying France. You've got like these little plastic gel bits on the side with the Puma logo, and then you just have a very aggressive looking silhouette with that midsole as well. So you are getting a very out there, ton of detail type shoe. They are going to be dropping this year for a pretty reasonable $120, August the 1st, apparently. I will be interested to see different colorways, but let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Another fall release, we've got New Balance and their 204L, a pair of shoes that people are pretty excited about. This is the silver metallic pack, the essential pack, if you will. So there's going to be two different colorways. We've got this black and silver pair with some light sail details on the midsole and also the laces. And then we've got this one, which kind of brightens things up a little bit, some olive tones or some very light green. I don't know what you call this, pistachio maybe? I gotta be honest, I think I prefer the suede version that we saw at Paris Fashion Week over these retro runner styles. These are just not really doing it for me. They're gonna be dropping this fall. I'm sure it's gonna be incredibly popular and maybe one that you want to try out. Right, huge announcement. We just got, well, Nigel Sylvester announcing his next collaboration. This is it. So it's not the 4s. Those, I guess, are coming later down the line. It's the Jordan 1s. These are called Better with Time. He goes over all of the details, like, of course, the mini swoosh, the aggressive age detailing. Of course, that ties into the name Better with Time. Like, you know, you wear them down, you beat them down, and they get better with age. So you've got a bunch of that, like aging on the outsole, just like the Lost and Founds. You've got like artificial scuff marks all over the top, or distressing, which I think is actually going to be textured as well. Like, it's actual, just like they sanded it down. Now, of course, you got the Bike Air branding on the tongue, on the insole. These look really nice. Like, I like the color contrast between the black and the sail. It's nice with the red that on the outsole and the branding. I love how he kind of announces all of his collaborations himself and kind of talks through the whole idea behind it. It definitely makes it feel a lot more special and a lot more appropriate for a collaboration. Like, he really cares about it, and I think people are really excited about not just this collaboration, but just Nigel Sylvester in general and what he brings to the table. Like, every single time his collaborations have gone insane. Even when it was the Jordan 4 RM, people love those things. And then, of course, the Brick 4s, those things are going crazy. He's got the Bike Air on the box. He has said now they are coming soon, so this drop could be right around the corner, and I think it's got people, like, look at these comments, like, people are absolutely loving these things. Now, obviously, this is a design based off of the first colorway, so a lot of people took L's on that and are loving this, but it really begs the question, like, I've seen way more hype for Nigel than what I've seen for Travis Scott recently. So while we're on the topic of Travis Scott, we've got a few of his updates of his sneakers, and of course, they're still pushing the T-Rex shoe, or the Jumpman Jacks, whatever we're calling it, and this is what is next up. We've got the Celtics colorway, which I'm not gonna lie, looks pretty clean. I like this Vault slimy green with the black. These are going to be dropping next year, 2026, springtime, I think during March at some point. $205, but these just ain't really hitting that, like, I guess Jordan Brand and Travis Scott were hoping. Like, people don't seem that excited about this sneaker. Now, of course, there is the Fragment collaboration, which we do have a little unboxing over here, which is pretty interesting. The box obviously follows the original one, so it's got like the plastic sleeve. It's all just kind of muted out though, so you don't have any contrasting colors. You get the classic pink wrapping paper, and then the sneakers themselves looking pretty crazy. If I'm honest, like, super high quality, nice colors, nothing bad, but it's also nothing that we haven't seen before, which I think is why so many people are super excited about Nigel Sylvester and Jordan Brand, because it is kind of fresh. It's new. He's doing different stuff. The storytelling is very, very present, and I think people really appreciate that. And honestly, I've been seeing a decline in Travis Scott hype and an aggressive ramp up in Nigel Sylvester hype. So could we see over the next few months to next few years a little bit of a swap in placement? Travis Scott moving down and Nigel is next up. Let me know what you think about that down in the comment section. But yeah, this Fragment collaboration is going to be dropping September 20th, $150, and yes, it's going to be ridiculously hard to get and resell for a ton of money. This one's pretty cool. We're gonna recap what the Nike sneakers app live streamed, or I guess kind of showcased in terms of basketball sneakers. They're calling this one like the future of basketball for Nike. We've got a bunch of different models that are upcoming that we need to go through. So first of all is one of the most hyped up ones. This is highly anticipated, and that is the Nike GT Future, a futuristic take on like a Foamposite style. These are going to be dropping a fall 2025. We've got the yellow, the orange, the silver. We've got some more Nike Air Foamposite Pros. We've got a pearl colorway coming. We've also got the cough drops returning this fall. We've got a pine green Foamposite Pro. We've got a dark smoke or the carbon fibers. Like this one's pretty crazy actually. That looks really dope. We've got an eggplant PE for Jason Kidd's holiday 2025. That's what it looks like. We got the mocha Foamposites or the Baroque brown. That's the one that we've taken a look at that one before. And then also another big one is the Nike Ja 3, something that I think looks really cool. So they're using the Nike swoosh as a J, which looks dope. Whoever came up with that, which I actually think was Ja Morant, great job. So we're getting this black colorway, we're getting this pinkish pale colorway, and then we're also getting some KD18s, Halloween one, which is actually, that's a pretty cool design as well. I like how the fingers kind of make up part of the paneling. We got like a international blue, which just looks like chrome blue, another KD18. We've got a more pale burn orange colorway. We've got a KD4 Longhorns, then we've got the new Giannis Freak 7, the Livewire pink colorway, a Jordan Poole GT Cut 3 looking crazy, another GT Cut 3, and that is it. So yeah, in terms of basketball, really interesting stuff here and some great stuff to look forward to. As we know, Tom Sachs and Nike are back together and they're going to be dropping the Mars Yard 3.0 in September, and now they've just confirmed that a Mars Yard 4.0 is in the works. So we've got like the original, we've got the 2, we've got the 2.5, the 3, and now this is going to be the 4.0. So it's either way, here's some more detailed looks at the 3.0, which is going to be dropping this September. This is definitely this is a collaboration that I'm so intrigued to find out how the release goes, because I just think some people are kind of put off by the whole collaboration itself. Other people are really excited about it. So it'll be interesting to see which one wins in the end. They're continuing this collab deep into the future. We just got first looks at an upcoming Kobe FC Barcelona collaboration, specifically on the Nike Kobe 4 model, and this is them. So we're just about to get the Kobe Air Forces with Barcelona, or we had them, I can't really remember, but this is now an actual basketball style with that same collab. And it's actually kind of hard to tell, like, where is the Barcelona? Oh, there's the Barcelona. Okay, it is not hard to tell. They've got Barcelona logo on the insole, same thing on the reverse of the tongue. Then of course you have the 8 and 24 numbers, which is 24 you can hardly see, but yeah, you got that python skin as well, or I guess just snake skin, and then a little look at the box. So yeah, these are going to be dropping this fall 2025. Following the massive success of the Nike Lego collaboration, which a lot of people were super excited about, they are now planning to do Air Maxes, and specifically an Air Max 95 next summer. This one's pretty interesting because I'd love to see what they do with it. Hopefully it's not just yellow like the DNs, or even worse, Nike Dunk with like the black marks over the side. It's just going to be coming in kids sizes during March 2026. I imagine for Air Max Day or around that time. I don't know. We don't know what it looks like, but it should be pretty interesting to see. And I hope they do some really interesting design with it. Moving over to Adidas. This is really cool because I wanted to show this off. It's like one of the coolest new designs that I've seen from Adidas in a minute. This is the new Willy Chavaria collaboration, which they, I guess, are going to be dropping next year. It's this new model called the Mega Ride AG. That's kind of the base of the midsole, but then you got this crazy like TPU paneling on the top. This really looks to me like something Yeezy would have designed. Like those, yes, organic looking circular ovals on the top really do look like that. It's crazy. I think this looks so cool, and there's a lot of different versions. This is like the regular version, but they're also going to be doing some kind of boot-like one over here where it looks even taller. Honestly, I really like that one. That boot one looks sick. It's definitely something I would wear. Very interesting though. I wonder how much they're going to retail for. We don't have too much kind of information, but these are far the best images that we've seen as of right now, and I'd love to get your guys' thoughts on this. Do you like this crazy new design, or is it just a little bit too wild? Great news for everyone, pretty much. TSA just announced that they're no longer going to require people to take their shoes off at airport security. This is obviously for the US, so I guess different countries, different rules apply, but anybody going to the US and at any of their airports, you no longer have to take your shoes off, which previously could have been like a huge pain in the ass. Like sometimes I've even planned what shoes to wear so that it's easier just to take them off. Like if I wear super, laced up boots, it's just going to be a pain to take them off and then put them on, and then there's like people waiting behind you, and it's a whole thing. So this is definitely something that I think a lot of people are going to be happy about. So happy, in fact, that they felt the need to do an entire like press briefing. Like, would there be like a crowd in front of her like celebrating when she announces it? But yeah, basically, long story short, you don't have to take your shoes off, which is nice. It's a little bit like, I still wish that we could kind of speed this up so I don't have to take my laptop and camera out, but maybe that's something in the future. Great news. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. But that is the final story. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget, we do this every single Wednesday and every single Sunday, so subscribe to the channel if you always want to stay up to date with the latest news. And of course, like always, I'm gonna chuck another video in that corner over there, so check it out.